Welcome to Mompreneur Truth Talks. I'm Lisa Avila, business strategist and mom of 3 busy teenagers. Are you building something incredible but wondering why success feels so complicated? Maybe you dream of making a big impact, but you keep asking yourself, is it possible to grow without sacrificing the moments that matter most as a mom? Here's my take. Life isn't about balance, but instead harmony. I've been there in the weeds, juggling soccer practices, struggling with Common Core math. Seriously, why is it so confusing? And running a business. Along the way, I realized that with the right strategic design, you can create harmony between your work and life without compromising what matters most to you. In this podcast, I'll share practical strategies and real-life solutions to help you find that harmony. Now let's dive into today's episode. I'm Lisa Avila, business strategist, and I'm joined today by Stephanie Radler. Hello, Stephanie.
Hi, Lisa.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'm excited to chat with you today.
Stephanie and I have known each other for a couple years, and it's always a pleasure to talk with her. She is a fellow mompreneur, and she is a pregnancy coach and doula, and she has so much wisdom to share with all of us. Let's get started. Stephanie, can you tell us how you got to this point where you wanted to help other moms? Was this a passion that you had, or did you kind of fall into it?
Honestly, Lisa, I think the work found me. I never, when I was starting out my career, I was a teacher, an English teacher, and I had no idea that this would become my path. But once I started practicing yoga, and just one thing led to the other, and it evolved, and I gave up teaching English so that I could teach yoga. And when the mamas came into my class with the big bellies, I was scared of them, honestly. I was like, what to do with these women? That I said, okay, I've got to take a prenatal yoga training. And one thing led to the other, led me to the birth work, led me to coaching, and now postpartum doula work. And so it's been an unexpected and most fulfilling journey, honestly, like as far as my heart and being with these moms and, from my own birth experiences. Wow, I wish I had me back then, kind of thing.
I feel that when I see your posts on Instagram. I think, gosh, I wish I would have had Stephanie in my life, 18, 17, 15 years ago. Yeah. Because what you are giving to these moms, the education, the advice, the support, it's just so beautiful and needed.
So needed. I mean, here in the US, we don't do a particularly good job of supporting moms at any point in their journey, whether it's pregnancy, postpartum, federally mandated maternity leave. So we have a lot of work to do. Other cultures that honor this sacred period and really, taking the mama and the baby together and really care for them over the course of, say, 2.5 years. It makes a difference, for our health later on in life, subsequent births. So I feel honored and really humbled to be able to share what I've learned along the way and really just be able to sit with a mom and say, you know what, it's hard and that's okay. And you're doing a great job when she doesn't feel that way. So to be with what is.
Ooh, to be with what is. That's not easy to do.
No, it's a practice. It's a practice. And I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to practice this. I'm giving these moms to really sit with and because we are each other's mirrors. So, yeah.
Yes. And you are about to be a grandma.
That is true. Yes. And it's very exciting. So right before the pandemic, I practiced as a birth doula for over 10 years in New York City. And right before the pandemic, I had stepped away. I needed to take a little bit of break. I was a sole practitioner. And I thought, okay, I'm done with this birth doula work. And yet the universe has different plans for me. And even though in the back of my mind, I said, oh, there's probably a few more births. But now that my daughter's pregnant and about to give birth in January, there's another mama who needs my support as a birth doula. So I have a feeling, whether it's birth work or postpartum, I love it all. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you do it well. You've been doing it for a long time. So yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting when we have these passions and then it kind of becomes a business and we aren't sure. But then the universe and your guides, I mean, it's clear to me. They're telling you, actually, this is where you should be.
That's true. Yeah. And, when I first started on this path, I didn't see it as a business. It was just something that I loved. It actually was a very healing journey for me personally. And so it took a long while to recognize that, oh, I can do what I love, and also be rewarded for it. It can be a business and it can be a viable business. And yeah, as women, as mothers, we have a lot of buying power and where we put our money. So let's put it in, like creating health and raising the vibration and really helping these babies to come into the world without the fear or the trauma that we may have experienced as babies coming into the world. So, yeah.
Yes, yes. Oh, so needed. So let me ask you, because you're a healer, you're a helper, and I find when I want to help, I mean, I do help, but when I'm really helping, I feel like, oh, I don't know if I should be charging for that because it's just who I am, right? Intrinsically, I'm a helper and an empath and all these things, but you also have to make a living. So I wanted to see how you feel about that.
Yeah, that also has been, I guess, a little bit of a struggle for me historically. And maybe it comes with age, Lisa, and really coming back to this work, like the universe is like, nope, keep doing this work and recognizing my value. And that's, I think, for us as women, for many of us, we do have self-doubt or we're self-critical and we don't always recognize our value because we live in a society that doesn't recognize our value. And honestly, when I was a young girl, I'm like, oh, I'm a feminist. And then I end up being, in the birth world. And it took me a while to say, like, wow, like this is our power as women. Like this is like, it's just so whatever value and the more women I can support, the more impact I have. So for me to be able to support as many mamas as possible, I do need to charge. And I need to charge market value so that I can continue, so that I can pay my bills, so that I can, restore and renew and, continue to do this work.
Yeah. Wisdom right there. That is so true. And when we are bringing in more, right, like we are able to take care of ourselves, the sustenance, right, the basic needs, yes, we can provide to more people and make a greater impact. And I wish more, I don't know, I wish more people would understand that. But I think it does maybe come with age because we're just hustling through our 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever. And yeah, just slow down and realize our value.
Right. Yeah. And for me, right now at this stage in my life as a woman, it is time for me to move at a different pace. And I'm struck by how when I slow down, like the richness, and how much more pleasurable it is and fruitful it is, right? Sometimes the hustle doesn't bring the fruit, honestly, because we're spinning. So relax, and really just stay focused and trusting. And that, I think, is hard. That's hard sometimes, especially, for younger moms who are running around and being stretched. So to take a step back and trust that it's all going to be okay.
Yeah, I've had to put that on my daily task list to remind myself it's all going to work out. Maybe not the way I want it to work out, but it's all going to work out. Just calm down.
Right. And what I'm recognizing finally is that what I have in mind isn't necessarily, the optimal way it's going to unfold. Like, what if it's even better than I could imagine?
If we just take the time to stop and let it happen.
Yeah. And just stay in process, stay present, joyful. I think, it's important that we're laughing along the way. Yeah.
Oh, I so agree with you. I just was talking to a good friend the other day about this, of just laughing every day, making a point to find joy in every day. And that's not always easy when you're raising littles or, just doing all the things. But if you can just laugh every day, it sure does help.
Right. Yeah. And for mama in labor, she wants to laugh to keep her throat open, her birth canal open. Laughter's good medicine.
Yes, even when you just want to be finished with that process.
Yeah.
Oh, so beautiful. So how do you support moms and families?
So as a birth doula, I'm there to support them during the pregnancy, labor, and birth. As a postpartum doula, I'm there to support in the early weeks after birth. And really, whether it's pre or post, a doula's role is to provide emotional, physical, mental support, as well as information and education. So if I can't, if I don't have the answer or I'm not the right fit for someone, I can refer them out. So as a community of doulas or lactation consultants, we all rely on one another, so that, because it does take a village. So, so I'm there to rub her back, give her a tissue if she's crying, hold baby if she needs to shower. Remember those days you didn't get a shower?
I sure do. Where's that Moses basket? Oh, I'm afraid to put him in it.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's that simple. And, educating her on why it's important now to be quiet, to spend time bonding with baby, so that, for your future health. So are you eating the right things? Like, we're not taking out pizza or Chinese food the first week, because her digestive system can't tolerate that so well. So just, educating and raising awareness, honestly, what are healthy choices? And my job is to become irrelevant, to give them the tools, the strategies, and then say, have a happy life.
Have a
See
happy
you in a couple
life.
years when you're pregnant again.
Right. You know where to find me.
Exactly.
Oh, that's lovely, though. I mean, that is a coach's role, really. It's, I'm going to give you all the tools and then I'm going to step away. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh. So where can people find you? What is the best way?
Oh, yes. Well, you can find me on Instagram at Stephanie Radler _. I'm on Facebook at Conscious and Confident Motherhood. So really either by name or Conscious and Confident Motherhood. I have a website, stephanieradler.com. And yes, I guess that's the easiest way to find me. I love to connect with mamas, so send me a message however you send it. You can email me, text me, call me, whatever it is.
Yeah, to reach out to you. And then you set up some sessions beforehand.
I actually have a holiday special going on, and I would love to support every mama, in the US, and obviously that's not possible. And this work is intimate, and coming from the yoga background, energy healing and all of that, my preference certainly is to work with a mama in person, so that I can feel her energy, put my hands on her lower back or whatever it is. And yet I recognize the value of working virtually. So I am offering a holiday special for 3 support sessions. So maybe you're pregnant and you have an induction scheduled for next week and you're like, I need some support. I'm here for you. So the 3 sessions you can use prenatally and or postnatally. And I'm offering that for $279 for the holiday season.
Nice.
I'm also, so that it's easily accessible and that you do have the support, because there's no reason why our mamas are struggling. I mean, the mental health issues right now for a pregnant or a new mom, it's just off the charts. So get the support. So that's available. And I'm offering, I'm actually teaching a virtual class coming up, preparing for your postpartum. So you can find that on my Instagram page. And and if I'm not offering what you need, let's talk and we'll figure it out.
Because you are such a helper. I love that about you. Yeah, so many great things. And thank you for the work you are doing helping moms. Yeah.
Well, thank you for what you're doing, Lisa, because it is important. I mean, we know each other more on a personal level, but the few things that you have, shared with me, just kind of incidentally, that have helped me as far as business goes. Like it's been so amazing. So I really appreciate what you do, because if there's a mom out there who's, maybe she's changing diapers or picking up from nursery school and she's got this idea in her head, get started. It might take you 7 or 8 years until it, blooms into something that you can call a business. But I know the moms out there certainly would benefit by working with you as well.
Oh, thank you. You're right. Just get started. Even if it takes a while, just getting that dream into action, it feels good. It feels really good. Thank you for joining me today, everyone. Well, post, all the things. Stephanie is here to help you. And like I said, I wish that I would have known you back when, because I just know you're such a calm and gentle soul and you give such good guidance and support.
Thank you, Lisa. So great to be with you and see you.
We'll see you next time, everyone.
Thank you for spending time with me today in Mompreneur Truth Talks. Before you go, please do me a quick favor. If this episode spoke to you, please like, follow, or leave a review. Your feedback helps other ambitious moms find these conversations about designing a business and life that work together. All right, moms, I'll see you next time. And remember, success isn't about sacrifice or balance. It's about creating harmony and taking action steps that feel right for you.